Good morning. Hi, everyone. My name is Karen Kong, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And welcome to my This or That Thursday. So this week is a little bit different. I normally post 2 projects to my Facebook group, and I ask my crafting community to choose a card for me to make on Thursday mornings. But I actually posted 2 cards last week where I made cute little Christmas trees, and I said I would make one of the cards last week, and I am making the other card this week. So there was no voting this week, so I'm just going to go ahead with demonstrating how to make the other cute little Christmas tree that I posted last week. So maybe what I'll do is I will, oh yes, that's what I knew I was forgetting something. I have to get this set up in my Facebook group. Good morning, Sandra. Hi, Shannon. Thanks for joining in. I have to set this up in my Facebook group before I can see your comments while I'm crafting. Let's just see if I can get this refreshed. And I apologize if I miss your comments while I'm crafting, because there is a time delay in seeing what's on screen, and then I'm also busy crafting, and I don't always notice all the comments, but I do try to keep up. Okay, so I have myself on the screen. Let me switch over to my desktop view, and we'll get started, okay? So just close your eyes while I set up my camera. All right, sorry. All right. I'm gonna warn you now, I only just finished my coffee like 10 seconds ago. I actually thought that I hadn't made coffee this morning. I don't know, it was just such a busy morning. I got up early, super early, to put in my order for free shipping, and my brain has not turned on. I made my coffee, but I didn't realize I had, and I hadn't drank it. So when I dropped off, so organized, you should see the rest of my table. All you see is this little area here, and up there is like a huge mess. Behind me is a huge mess. It's a little crazy. Yeah, so this morning I was up early to place the order, and then I got the kids ready for school, and I didn't drink my coffee at breakfast because I forgot about it. And then I came back after dropping Karis off at the bus stop, and I thought I had not made my coffee, so I pressed the button to make my coffee, and then I happened to glance in my cup, and oh, my coffee's already made and it's gone cold. And then I had to run quickly to get a cup to catch the second cup of coffee that was gonna come out any second. So anyways, yes, all that to say, I just finished my coffee. Caffeine has probably not quite kicked in yet. Okay. Yeah, I placed the order before I had my coffee. That's a little bit crazy. It was very early. But I did get everything in, so I'm happy about that. And I got my free shipping, so that was awesome. So, okay, so last week we did the Christmas card with the cute little trees on it, and you know what? I think I've already given it away. Like, I've already written in it to give away to somebody, and I don't have any more. Nope, I don't. I think I already wrote in it. So I can't even show it to you. Shannon says she's also doing the same thing. There is stuff everywhere off camera. Thank God you can only see this little postage stamp on my desk, because that's the only thing that's somewhat tidy. It's just been crazy the last couple of weeks. Like, I have stuff all over the place behind me, and my husband wants to clean it up for Christmas so that we can enjoy the tree, but not yet, honey, not yet. It's really, I can't. Anyways, so I have this, I didn't give away this card yet, so I have it here to show you. And what it is, this little tree is made up of 6 circles that are folded up and tucked inside each other. So I had to remind myself this morning when I took out the circles. So these are from the Stylish Shapes dies set, and they are the 6 circles in that set, and you use every single one of them. So I have them laid out because I had to remind myself that I used 2 different kinds of DSP here from the Lights Aglow set. So, and I alternated. Whereas when I saw the technique being demonstrated on Instagram, they used the same DSP sheet. They just flipped it over. But I didn't want to use the reverse side of this one. I wanted to use this one on the for the alternating DSP. So I had to remind myself which circles I had to cut. Good morning, Tara. Hi. So yeah, so I alternate the circle sizes. So this is the largest and then the second largest. And so I had to take every other circle and put them onto the right DSP. So yeah, so it's 6 circles cut out, folded, and then tucked inside of each other. And then I put in a little bit of glue to hold it together. So I think what I'll do is do the Christmas tree first, because I think that'll take the longest, and I want to make sure that I don't go over the 1 hour mark. I usually like to try to keep the videos to about an hour. So let's do that first. Oh, one question before I start. I wanted to ask you ladies, should I keep the white card base or should I use the Evening Evergreen instead for this card? I'm thinking that this is a very white card, which I like, but I'm also thinking that maybe the Evening Evergreen might work well as well. So, put in the comments, chat, and tell me which one I should use for this morning, if I should stick with the white for the card base or the Evening Evergreen. And I see, Sandra, you have a question about the layering circles. Let me check, actually. I can check for you right now. Let's see if they're the same sizes. I bet you can use any circles as long as they're small, they vary in size. So the largest one looks to be the same size. Here's the second one. Yeah, you know what? I think you could probably use these circles as well if you want. You just wouldn't get the same little edging, but it's a very subtle detail. I don't think it would matter. So yeah, you could probably use the layering circles for this project as well. But really, you just need 6 circles that are smaller in sizes, like you have varying sizes in them. Okay, so I see, oh, Shannon says white, Evening Evergreen, 2 votes. Okay, so we might try the Evening Evergreen for the card base later. Okay, oh, and just so you know, the background for this, the matting I used is from the Sale-a-bration paper from, I don't know, 1 or 2 Sale-a-brations ago. So that's what I used. Okay, so let me get this out of the way, and we shall get started with the die cutting first, because I have to die cut all these pieces first before I can show you how to do the folding. Okay, I need a cut and emboss machine here. I saw that demonstrators can order that new boho blue mini cut and emboss machine, and I don't know how you do that because I don't see an ordering number, but that's very exciting. I don't want to be tempted by that. I mean, I would love to have a little mini one, but I don't have space to store it, really. I mean, like, I know it's really compact, but I have so much crafting stuff that I've jammed into this little corner. I don't want to, I don't know. It's super tempting. That is such a pretty color. Oh yeah, Sandra says she's going to try it with a scallop edge. Yeah, that could work. That would be interesting to try, actually. That's a really good idea, actually, when I think about it. I like that. Okay, so this sheet is just wide enough to, okay, it's just enough to get through. All right, so let me turn this over before I cut the wrong side. And I'm just going to try to arrange these so that maximize the use of paper, because I tell you, this DSP, this particular pattern, is my favorite from this set, and I have been hoarding it because I wanted to use it for something special, and I didn't want to just use it, you know, willy-nilly or anything, right? So I have been using it, and I thought it would work perfectly for the tree, because I think they look like the scalloping looks like garland on a tree. So that is what I want it for today. Okay, so I have been hoarding this paper, and I am loath to use it, because that means I think this is the last one in this pack. I have one more pack of this DSP, and I just love this one. Okay, so I'm going to be very careful not to let these move. I don't have a piece of washi tape just handy, but I think it'll be okay. Trying to run it through without the circles shifting at all. I think I'm successful. Let's see. Here we go. Good. Everything worked out. Let me put these circles to the side. Okay. And we'll do the other 3 circles on this DSP. Oops, make sure that's turned the right way. And then the tiniest one. I wasn't sure I needed the tiniest circle, but it just completes the tree. I don't know. It's a little bit difficult to fold, but if you use your bone folder, it makes a much nicer crease. Now, you will need to use your bone folder if you have one, because it will really help get the tree to be flatter, because when you layer 6 of these together, it becomes quite thick. So there are no dimensionals in this one. There are no dimensionals behind it, because it's quite layered up. Okay. I can't believe it's like just about a week until Christmas, and I am not ready. I know Sandra said that she is done wrapping, and I'm very jealous. I haven't even, well, you know what? I commissioned my husband to start wrapping last night while he watched the hockey game. Because I am busy trying to wrap cards as gifts for teachers and my mom, and yeah, a little bit crazy. Okay, so we have our circles. Let me bring them back. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate first with this one, because it doesn't matter. There's no orientation. I'm going to demonstrate with this one first. Let me move this out of the way. Because with the scalloping, I wanted the garland to look like it was, you know, adorning the tree, kind of like this way, as much as I could. So I had to actually be careful about the orientation. But we'll do the easy one first. So, what? Sean needs supervision? Oh my gosh. What does he do? I just tell myself Joey is wrapping and I don't have to do it, and I'm just not going to see what he's up to. Oh my god. See, I tell you, every single time I am on live, either my phone rings or the house phone rings. And it's not even anybody I know. It's always a telemarketer. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, so this is going to be the outside. Okay, the one that faces out. So I'm going to fold it in half. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm going to turn that off. All right. Okay, so fold it in half and use your bone folder to really flatten it. Okay, I'm going to fold it in half the other way. And I know you can't see, and I can barely see, but I'm meeting up the fold line so it's exactly half. Sorry, the where I folded before. So it will be exactly half the other way. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, Joey doesn't know who all the presents are for necessarily either. So I gave him a bunch that were for one person. I have to label them soon. Okay, so now I'm gonna fold out. Okay, so I've got these two folds, right? There's two, I don't even know how to say this. Okay, so where I folded on these two sides here, like I'm just demonstrate to you. So they're there, right? I'm gonna meet them this way now. Okay, so it's a diagonal. They'll meet up diagonally, and I'll get one more. So it kind of turns out looking like a pie, I guess. Okay, so then I'm going to take the two sides and I'm going to tuck them in like this. So there is one circle folded. So now I'm just going to really burnish them so that they will lie as flat as possible. So that's what I'm going to do for the rest of them. So I'm going to do the same thing again. So with this one, okay. So folding in half, and then half the other way. I am reading the comments about like how to identify gifts and stuff and the sticky notes, and yeah, I would fear that the sticky notes would fall off someplace and then they would be wrapped and then we'd be like, oh, now who are they for? Okay, so I'm meeting up the two fold marks on the sides. It's hard to see with the dark DSP and the patterns, but it's there. Okay, and then I fold in the sides like that. But Joey, I have to say, Joey does a pretty good job of wrapping in all the unusually shaped presents, although he complains every time I hand him something that has like two sides and no top on it. Like, you know, those, I don't know, like the toys, typically the toys that have like just like no fronts on them, but just the box around it. Yes, or the sticky notes could stick to the wrong gift. Yeah, for sure, when you've got them all piled up. Okay, so now because I want the garland to go like this, and I have to make sure that when I fold, that the fold marks are like this way. So I kind of fold on a 45-degree angle to my garland, so I can make sure that my garland looks like it's going around my tree. Is that going to work? No, I think I need a little bit more of an angle. So this is the only tricky part if you have directional paper like this and you want to have the patterns display in a particular way. And this is why I chose this particular pattern, because I wanted it to look like a garland. Okay, so now that I've got the first one down, I'll do the other side, fold it in half. And now I'm going to meet up. I'm going to make sure. See, this is, I think this is going to be the part that looks like a garland on my tree. Okay. So it's really easy to make the little sections. Okay, so I've got 3 of them done. So I want to do the same thing with this garland, as I want it to fold up so that I have the garlands looking like it decorates the bottom of my tree. Just trying to guess, is that going to be the right angle? Approximately. Yeah, clothing these days, like, yeah, it's a little bit trickier with when your kids are closer in age. Although I do get Joey asking me if Karis's socks are my socks or vice versa when he's folding laundry, so. Which I'm like, really? You can't tell that it's like ginormous versus like little? I guess they're getting closer, but they're not that close. And I don't wear the crazy patterns that Karis likes to wear. Okay, so this is the side I want to be. My garland matching up the two fold marks. Oh, different brands. Okay. Yeah, well, it's not like I have the same brand as my daughter, but well, I guess you can't really tell. Hers are children's play stuff. I don't know. Don't know why Joey can't get them straight, but anyways, it's funny. Sometimes I end up with my socks in Aiden's drawer. Sometimes Karis's socks are like in, I don't know. Joey's very good at folding, not necessarily good at sorting. All right, so same thing with this one, although this one's really small. Probably wouldn't be able to tell very much. Actually, with this one, I probably can't even tell. If I fold it, I'll lose that little garland. Like, I don't really even see the garland. Oh, well. What? Oh my gosh, Anna's the same size as you in feet? Oh my gosh. Well, I guess she's taller though. She's like, I don't know if she's taller than you or the same size, but Karis is not taller than me yet, so we are not quite the same shoe size yet. Her feet have not been growing very quickly. I'm just remembering there was one time that Karis's bike shorts, like, you know, the tight shorts that they wear in summertime. They look like leggings, except they're shorts, right? They're tight. Joey got them mixed up with Aiden's boxers, and we didn't know where her shorts had gone to until Aiden discovered them in his underwear drawer. Because they were black. Okay, so the littlest circle is going to be the toughest one of all because it is so tiny to fold. I almost did not use it, but when I made the original tree, but then I thought, oh, it looks better with the little circle on top, the littlest one. So I did, and this is where you need a bone folder. It really comes in handy. Oops. Okay, one more fold and then I can make this last little piece and then I can show you how to assemble. Assembly is really easy too. Like, making this tree is not hard at all. Same as last week's was even easier with only half a circle to make one. All right, so now I'm trying to see on this tiny little piece of paper, where am I supposed to fold in? That doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we have all our folded pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we start with the bottom one, and then basically they just slide in to the bottom section of each of the other sections. Now you don't need to push down and get them in all the way, because you don't want the tree to, like, for the sides to necessarily line up with each edge, because if you try to push down to try and line them up, it does not look right. I did it if you notice, like I did push it down too far here and it doesn't look right. You want the edge to stick out to look more like a tree. So you don't need to push that hard. So you just need to put them in like this. So I'll just demonstrate how they slide into each other. But what I want to do actually is I want to stick a little bit of glue inside to help keep them together and to keep them from, you know, coming up like this. Okay. And ta-da! There's your tree. Super cute. I love it. So that's the tree. So I need to glue it. See, that little one just popped off. And actually, I think what I did also is I also stuck glue in between the layers. Like once I had it assembled and I knew that everything was in the right spot, I just put a little bit of glue in between the layers to help keep it flat. Oh, this is pretty good. It just helps to keep it flatter for mailing and to stick it into the envelope. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to take it off and I'll do one section at a time so that I don't get confused as to where I can put glue and where I should not. So I'm just going to stick a little bit of glue in between the layers. I'm running out of glue, and luckily my order hopefully will come with more glue. My free shipping order. Okay, whoops. Okay, so I need to keep it pressed down. I'll put a little glue in here. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue underneath here so that this stays put. Okay. And just a couple of dots. Oh, I can't put one there yet. See, that's why I thought I might get confused. Can I put it there yet? Actually, I can. Just a second. Okay, so let me put this one on. All right, so I'll put a little bit of glue underneath here. Actually, I probably don't need a lot of glue here. I think it'll just stay together just from the other layers pressing down on it. Probably better to just put the glue in here. Okay. Has everybody got their cards in the mail? I'm like probably 90% of the way there. My family photos that I printed at Costco did not arrive yet. I don't know how long I'm going to wait for them, but I'm going to send some of the other ones without them because I want them, I have half a chance to make it to their destination before Christmas. Okay. A little bit of glue in here. Yes, the photos have shipped, but I don't know when it's going to get here. That's the problem. Okay. Oh, I don't think I put enough glue inside this one. Okay. And the last one. So I'm going to put glue inside before I stick it on because it's just so tiny. Oh, hi Maureen. You know what? You can just rewatch it, watch it on the replay, and it's really easy. It's another easy Christmas tree. Oops. Just the little guy at the top that's a little bit trickier because he's so small. and I need to press on him so that he doesn't pop open. Okay, is it gonna stay? All right, so that's the tree. Look, see, so cute. I'll put a tiny bit of blue here too because I don't want that popping up. I want it to stay flatter. Okay, so let's put together the rest of the card. I think I actually have time. All right, so I'm going to use a green card base because I had 2 votes for green, 1 vote for white. So let's see what it looks like with green. Let me see. Is this one conveniently cut already? Let me just double check. 8.5 and 5 3/4. So I have to trim off just 1/4 of an inch. Just a second. I will get my trimmer. I'm going to press that down because I can see it's lifting a little bit still. Okay, so I just need to trim off 1/4 of an inch because I want it to be exactly half of a sheet, an 8.5 by 11 sheet. That's what we normally use. So 5.5. So I'm gonna trim it. And then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. Okay. Let's just fold this. I always line up my corners. I don't rely on the score line because sometimes if I just shift my paper just a little bit, it can be off. Okay, and I need some gold matting. Okay, so I'm gonna cut my mat just 1/4 of an inch smaller. So I need a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece. So, I need it to be 4 inches wide. Is that right? I'm just going to double check my brain. I don't know if the caffeine's there yet. Okay, 4 inches. I'm good. 4 inches. By 5 1/4. Actually, 5 1/4. That's right. Okay. Yes. Okay. And let's see how it looks. Okay, so let's put some glue on there. That's why I'm running out of glue lately, is because I'm using glue more often to adhere my mats and stuff, because there's more time to center things. Okay, I think this will look pretty good. All right, so that's where it's going to go, and I have embossed Peace, Love, and Joy, which is from the Inspired Thoughts stamp set. So what I did is that I stamped it out, embossed it, and then did I emboss and then cut? Yeah, I think I cut it after I embossed it, so that's what we'll do. Oh, yeah, you could do that. I'm not sure how that would work, but yes, it would be easier, like it would catch your eye and you would just be able to easily C where you're supposed to line things up. Okay, so I need a piece of white. And I'm getting out my Stamparatus because I always use my Stamparatus for embossing sentiments. I'm just going to put this underneath to support the plate. Because I always find with sentiments I like to make sure it's got lots of ink and inked up properly. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a piece of scrap. Lots of scrap white paper, so I never cut paper for stamping sentiments because I've got lots of scrap. Oh, let me get this off. The magnet is super strong. Okay, so let me just double check this against the grid here that it looks straight. It's a little bit on an angle because I'm going to need to cut them apart, so I want them to be straight on the paper. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to use Versamark. Let me just get a scrap piece of paper because I'm going to be doing embossing. Oh, before I do the Versamark, I need to use this embossing buddy to make sure that it takes away the static so that I don't get stray specks of gold in other places. If I could just get this bag open. I don't know why it's so hard today. Probably because I don't have enough caffeine. That's what I'm going to blame it on. There we go. Okay, so you just rub it on the piece of paper. Okay. And I will emboss, sorry, I will ink it first with a Versamark. Okay. I'm just going to do it twice to make sure that I didn't miss any spots. Okay. Then I am going to shake gold embossing powder. This is from my stash from 20 years ago. Okay, look at that. Oops. Nice. All right, so let me just dump this back in to the container. Okay, and then we'll get out the heat gun and emboss this. So I'm just going to let the heat gun warm up a little bit before I actually aim it at the paper, because I find that the paper curls if I put it under the heat gun too long. Hang on a sec. There we go. All right. Sorry, I'm just putting my heat gun away so it doesn't fall down. Okay. All right, now I'm going to cut that apart. Because I liked how I could spread out the words instead of having to put them all in one spot. Okay, so let me chop off this piece here. Actually, I'm going to trim this side first. While I have it, it's easier when it's a bigger piece, right? There. And then I will chop off about the same distance from the E from the P. And then we'll trim it down to size. So because the gap between the letters, each of the words is small, I'm gonna have to cut it close. Otherwise, it's gonna look, to me, it looks funny if there's like a big gap on top and then a tiny gap of white underneath. So I'm just trying to make it the same. This is why I love this trimmer, because it can handle little pieces like this, because I'm pretty sure my other one cannot. There's no guides. See how Stampin' Up! Has little guides here at the very top? My other trimmer doesn't have that, so it can't hold a small piece like this straight. Okay, and then the last one. Okay. Peace, joy, love. Put this away. All right, so let's assemble. So I'm going to put my tree on first because I want it to be in the bottom right-hand corner. And I think I just used glue to adhere this because it's very bumpy. And actually, what I might do is I might use like just glue dots here, because when there's a difference in height, I don't want it to look like it's angled down on the paper. So I'll just put a glue dot behind there to raise the bottom edge a little bit, and then I'll use glue for the rest. Oops. Just trying to find out where the glue is. The glue dot is. And then one more. Okay, and now I'm just going to put glue. Oops, I put my finger in that one. Okay. And I'm stuck to the glue dot. Just a second. All right. So now I'll just stick it on my card. So it's hard to tell if this is actually even because all the lines are crooked. Which is not a happy thing for somebody who's like me, who's always likes to line things up. So I'm just eyeballing this to see if it looks like the tree is upright properly. Okay, so there's my tree, and we'll peace, love, and joy. I think I need to trim this one down just a little bit, so I'm just going to use my scissors. Oh, I have not seen your live on placing glue dots. No, which one was that? I missed it. Do you have a separate live for that one, Shannon, or is it part of like one of your regular card making sessions? I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because I don't have a trick for placing them. I just kind of figure out where they are approximately and then go from there. Okay, so I'm gonna use glue for this as well. Oh, it's part of a card. You have to tell me which card, which live it was, because then I can go back and see. Okay, I use my tweezers. Okay, and one more. Oh, I should have done it on a silicone mat. That's okay. So I'm just gonna have to remember there's a little bit of glue there. Okay, so now I just have to decorate my tree with embellishments. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but when I have tiny scraps of like gold paper and stuff, and I hate to throw out the gold because those are specialty. Oh, maybe Shannon, you can do a little live in our team Facebook group, just with the glue dots. That would be handy. Okay, so when I have like tiny scraps of gold and I don't want to keep hanging on to it, but I don't want to throw away anything, I actually take like some of my dies for really tiny stuff and I just cut out a whole pile of stuff. So I have gold stars cut out from last year's cards. And I just store them in a little container here. So then I can just take them out anytime I need to. So I have like the reinforcement tops for like my tags and stuff like that. And I have stars cut out. So I'm just going to take one of these stars and I will adhere it to this. Sandra says yes. Special live for glue dots. I second that. Okay. So I'm just checking. I think I put a dimensional. Yes. So behind this one, because I want it to be popped up, because the very tip of this is like kind of, it's aimed down. I don't want to just glue it straight on because my tree, my star will be like kind of aimed down. So what I did was I cut a little bit of a dimensional and I stuck it behind there. Okay, so I need like a tiny dimensional. And I'm just going to take one of these and cut it in half to stick it on. I need my tweezers to work with this. Actually, if I put it that way, I won't, oh no, this is fine. I'll just turn the star. Okay. All right. So, take the backing off. Stick my star down. I'm just checking which way my dimensional is because it's going to prevent me from putting it right on the tip. Okay. I wonder if I should put a little farther up because I can see it's bent. Oh. There we go. Not too bad. All right. And I used the red and green adhesive backed pearls to decorate my tree. I used some soft succulent to do that. And I used the gold to decorate around it. This is way easier than decorating a real tree. And oh, you know what? I'm going to move that one. I'm going to put it here at the top of a garland where it meets. Okay, and then I'll put some gold just because it looks nice. And yes, 3 is the magic number when it seems to when you put it on cards. But that's totally up to you, but 3 works well. Just debating whether or not to put it there. Okay, so that's the card. So, you know, it was actually fairly easy to make. Now I have one more Christmas card. And actually, the first one, I put inside a soft succulent layer and stamp the sentiment there. So I think I'll do the same. I think the soft succulent will work here too. But I like both. I think they both look good. Shannon, I'm sure you could make a short little live with it. It's okay. You could like just show it on whatever. Maybe a couple of different places you might use it. Okay, so that is the card for this week. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to do a live next week. It's getting really close to Christmas, and there's still a million things to do, but I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you'll make some little Christmas trees for your cards this year, maybe, if it's not too late, if you're still making cards like me. But I hope you have a great week and enjoy your weekend. I hope you get all your Christmas shopping and your decorating done. I will see you hopefully next week, but if not, have a great holiday. Merry Christmas. Bye.